Good morning. My name is Alicia Brill, and I am a U.S. Army veteran and a yoga teacher with Veterans Yoga Project. Veterans Yoga Project is an awesome nonprofit organization that works to support the recovery and resiliency amongst our veterans, families, and communities. I'm going to be sharing a 20-minute yoga practice with you today. It will be a gentle practice that's suitable for all levels or abilities. My intention for the practice is that it'll be grounding, soothing, and restorative for our minds, our bodies, and our nervous systems. We will do some mindful breathing, some restorative movements. I'll guide you through a short meditation practice, and we'll do a gratitude practice as well. Today I'm in beautiful northwest Montana along the shore of Lake McDonald here in Glacier National Park, known for its forests, alpine meadows, and lakes. This stunning glaciated landscape has one of the largest remaining intact ecosystems in the lower 48 and is a hiker's paradise, offering 700 miles of maintained trails. For years, our partners at the NPCA have worked to support the culture and rights of the Blackfeet tribe, who consider this landscape and the adjacent Badger 2 Medicine area as very sacred. If you'd like to learn how to protect iconic parks such as Glacier, please visit our website at the end of this video. So to begin with, we'll find a comfortable position in our bodies where we're able to move through a guided meditation together. So starting out, we'll find that comfortable placement of the body connecting with the earth. So closing the eyes here or softening the gaze and starting to direct our attention and our energy inward. So pressing firmly into any areas of the body that are now connected with the earth and starting to maybe immediately sense this feeling of support, this sense of nourishment, the sense of stability of the ground beneath us. And at the same time as we press downward, equally start to lift our torso, lifting up through the crown of the head, inviting in some length, some space into our bodies. We'll move through a scan of the body, starting with the feet, making our way up through the head. So noticing, directing the breath to the area of the feet. Just noticing any sensations in the feet, in the toes. And starting to direct our focus up through the lower legs, inviting in the breath to the area of the shins, moving up into our knees, into our upper legs, and pressing firmly into our sits bones, and directing our attention into our belly, into our lower spine, our middle spine, and our upper spine. And from here, noticing the area around the heart, and starting to feel how the area of the heart is feeling for you in this moment. So noticing the qualities of the heart, whether that's that feeling of upliftment or warmth or joy, or the sense of that inner smile. And from here, directing the attention to our shoulders and allowing our shoulders to really start to melt downward away from the ears. And starting to relax those shoulders down and open. And we'll relax through that upper arm into the elbows. Relaxing across the forearms and into our hands. And whether we want to keep the palms of the hands facing down or starting to turn them open as though we were wanting to receive. And then from here, directing the attention to the area of the throat, starting to soften and soothe across the area of the throat. And directing our attention to the head, relaxing first across the forehead, softening across our eyes, inviting the breath to the area of the temples and relaxing here. And almost as though you could give your brain a nice massage right now, allowing our brains to start to relax here. And starting to relax across the cheeks and the jawline and into our mouth. And noticing if the tongue of the mouth, our tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Allowing the tongue to relax downward into the bed of the mouth. And soften across the teeth, the jaw. And we'll do one final scan of the body, moving in whatever direction makes sense to you. And inviting in the fullness of the breath here. And then as you're ready, slowly starting to blink open the eyes, very gently coming back into the light of the room, the light of the day. Maybe immediately connecting to that sense of joy of the day as we start to reawaken, reopen our eyes, coming back to our presence here together. And then from here, pressing firmly into our sits bones. We'll send our palms to our knees, connecting here almost as though our palms were kissing each of our knees. And from here, starting to round through the torso, inviting in that rounding of the spine, moving into a seated cat pose. And then as you're ready, starting to lengthen up. We'll extend the torso forward into a cow pose. And from here, sending the spine back rounded. Finding again that seated cat pose. And then extending the torso forward, lifting the head up towards the sky. Finding once again that seated cow pose. And releasing, relaxing through center. And then from here, slowly starting to twist open to the left, placing that right hand on the left knee, finding that comfortable placement of the left hand back behind you, and then gently starting that twist open to the left. For me, feeling that pleasure of the sunlight starting to hit my face, reflecting off the water, and shining directly on me. Pretty wildly pleasant, I would say. And starting to squeeze in here, squeezing fully through that twist of the torso, twist of the spine, allowing for that full expansion of the belly, so that full intake and exflow of the breath, even as we're squeezing here. And take one more full breath here. And on your next exhalation, slowly starting to release back through center. And finding your way through center, feeling into what it feels like to be upright in your spine. And then as you're ready, slowly starting to twist open to the right. Let's even things up. So placing the left hand on the right knee, placing that right hand somewhere back behind you, finding that comfortable anchor point behind you. And then shifting your gaze off to the right or back behind that right shoulder. And really starting to breathe in fully here. Allowing once again the breath to expand out the area of the belly, that 360-degree view of the belly. Softening across our jaw. And taking one more full and complete breath here. And then exhaling when you're ready, releasing back through center. And then from here, we're gonna do 3 rounds of lion's pose or lion's breath. So very exaggerated exhalation, maybe some humor with it too. Might feel kind of silly for you doing this, but sticking the tongue out and then very wildly, forcefully exhaling. So I'll demonstrate. And then 2 more rounds of this. So hopefully you felt just a bit of joy, some silliness, some humor coming into play from lion's breath. And then from here, we'll move into cobbler's pose. So sending the feet together out in front of you, bringing the soles of the feet together. We'll bring our hands, our little dancer hands, bringing them around, cushioning them around the toes, and then gently starting to splay open the knees. Whether you want to invite some movement, some play into the knees, kind of those butterfly wings of the knees out to the sides, or just keeping that organic, stable movement, whatever's feeling right for you here, kind of that strength of the pose as you maybe take the hands and start to almost imagine as though you're going to bring the feet up towards the torso, but then the feet want to extend down towards the earth. So that kind of play of tension here, really reaching out wide through both knees and inviting the breath into the inner thigh. And feeling once again into that sensation of the sits bones being connected with the earth, and allowing the earth to really rise up to meet the body, bringing it that sense of connection, that sense of peace, that solidness and support that can be very soothing for our nervous systems, very welcoming, and inviting in the fullness of our breath. We'll stick here for another couple cycles of breath. And then as you're ready, slowly starting to release the hands, releasing the feet, sending the feet out long in front of you. We'll move into staff pose. So finding that comfortable placement of the sits bones, moving the fleshy part of the bottom back behind you, finding that comfortable placement and extending the feet out long. We'll flex through both feet, pressing firmly into the hands, and finding this very strong, almost it feels like in my body, it feels like that warrior type feeling, that strength, cultivating that strength within us of the body. So even though it's a simple pose, seemingly, and a lot of engagement here. So again, flexing through both feet, pressing firmly into the hands, squeezing through the midline, engaging through the belly and inviting in that fullness of breath here. And I'm really enjoying that play of light shining on me in the morning. And also some of the winds picking up, blowing across my face. Feeling it even dancing across my hair. And then from here, slowly starting to release the hands. We'll shake out the hands a bit, moving on to our hands and our knees. So making our way into tabletop position. So pressing firmly into both hands and into the knees. We'll press firmly into the palms of the hands and finding that comfortable placement here. Once again, tucking in the belly or contracting those abdominal muscles and breathing in here, just getting used to this position in our bodies first. And then as you're ready, we'll send that right leg out to the side. Pressing firmly into the hands and firmly into that left knee. And then as you're ready, we'll slowly start to twist open to the right. So sending that right arm up towards the sky. And then on your next exhale, releasing back down, releasing to lower. And then one more time, this time we'll hold with that right twist and opening. So as you're ready, opening up to the sky, holding here, and if it's available to you, sending that right arm back behind the torso, latching the left hand back behind that left hip, and continuing to keep the gaze there off to the side or up towards the sky. And inviting in the breath maybe to that right shoulder, that right elbow. And one more full breath here. Slowly starting to send that right arm up towards the sky. Bringing the right hand back down. And drawing that right leg back in. And once again, realigning back through center. So finding that stable, that comfortable, stable position here first. Engaging across the belly. And then as you're ready, sending that left leg out to the side. Pressing firmly into both hands, into the knee. Finding that stability here first. And then as you're ready, slowly starting to twist open to the left, sending that left hand towards the sky, pressing firmly into that right hand. And then on an exhale, slowly starting to release. And then one more time. This time we'll hold. So reaching up and open to the left. And this can be more than enough. It's fully up to you. Or sending that left arm back behind the torso. That left hand meeting with the right hip. And start to open up, opening that chest, the heart up towards the sky, pressing firmly into the right hand, feeling fully the breath as it moves in and out of the body. Holding it for one more cycle of breath. And on your next exhale, slowly starting to release that arm up towards the sky. Sending that arm back down to the mat. Bring that left leg back in. We'll send the arms out long in front of you. Extended child's pose. Really breathing in fully here. Feeling the full weight of the body as it rests against the earth. And feeling that sense of gratitude here for the earth beneath us. And the body's ability to feel all of this. And take one more deep breath here. Slowly starting to make our way back up through seated. And we'll find our way down into Shavasana or resting pose. So extending long, opening up through the legs, sending the palms up towards the sky, and really giving the weight of the body over to the earth, allowing the back side of the body to feel fully relaxed, supported by the earth beneath us. Just relaxing here and breathing fully. And we'll slowly start to wiggle our fingers and our toes, bringing energy and movement once again back into the body. And as you're ready, slowly starting to roll over onto your right side. So cradling your head for just a moment on that right bicep. And then as you're ready, slowly starting to press your way back up through seated. So just as we started, making our way back into a seated position, finding that comfortable position here, and placing the hands together in front of the heart. And if in this moment you're able to call to mind something that you're feeling grateful for me, it's to be able to have this honor to share this practice with you here today. Whatever it is, calling to mind one thing in this moment you feel a sense of gratitude for. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. It's been truly my honor. May a river of joy move through you. Be at peace. Namaste. Thank you for sharing the practice with me. Please visit veteransyogaproject.org for more practices, resources, and other offerings. Take great care. Bye.